Александр Иванов, маркетинг и бизнес-специалист Imperia Online. Поэтому, so please, welcome Alexander Ivanov.
Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a great time so far. I'm here to present you my knowledge about what are the most important tips that you must know in order to successfully distribute your free-to-play game. Just to present you myself first, I'm part of the marketing and business development team in Imperia Online for more than a year now. I'm working directly with our Chief Marketing and Business Development Officer, as well as our Chief Operating Officer. And basically, we are doing all kinds of fun stuff like research on different topics, negotiations, deals with potential partners, and even account management. Imperia Online is founded in 2005, and it's the biggest Bulgarian game production company. We are focusing on developing free-to-play titles, mostly MMO strategies, but this is not our only expertise. We also have done some casual games in the past. Currently, we are looking to acquire actually a new asset, a new game. So you could drop me a message afterwards if you have any suggestions. But to continue with the overview, Imperia has more than 90 employees currently, and we have reached more than 50 million players during the years with our 27 games. Since 2018, we've become part of the Stillfront Group, which is the biggest group of independent game production companies in Europe. And it consists of 15 different companies from all across Europe, as well as North America and Dubai. We are operating independently, but it's really great that we have the opportunity to collaborate with each other freely. So during the years, we've managed to have a really diverse portfolio of partners, such as different stores, websites, and payment partners, and so on. But here I'm not going to focus on the obvious ones like Miniclip or Wild Tangent. I will try to give you some ideas of out-of-the-box partners that may not come up to mind in your initial research. So, for example, some payment providers make campaigns themselves that could bring additional traffic to your game. They do email campaigns to their users and different kinds of promotions. So this is not something that is typically that comes up typically when approaching a research for a partner. So to start with the first tip, of course, you have to build some strategy for your distribution. Of course, try to use some strategic planning tools. Most of you know SWOT analysis, pest analysis, and so on. I won't go in much detail about them, but here I'm gonna present the pest analysis for our country of Bulgaria and some competitive analysis and how we do it. So to start with the pest analysis, first of all, the political section, Bulgaria is part of NATO and European Union, so that gives us a lot of opportunities to do business, especially in Europe, with the free access to various markets and the lack of tariffs and other obstacles. It's great opportunity that the Bulgarian currency is pegged to the euro. We have we have a pretty low corporate tax and the 20% VAT tax, which is a great opportunity for new companies to open branches here in Bulgaria, and it's really easy to establish a new corporation here. From social and cultural point, the people are very down to earth. They have they are really interested in technology, in high tech products, and in terms of career attitudes, we see a trend that a lot of young people are coming back after they go study abroad, and that way. They're coming to Bulgaria, and from that we are actually getting a lot of internships, interns that are starting their first jobs here in Imperia as game designers or producers or something that is not really easily findable on other places other than Imperia. From technology standpoint, we have the third highest speed of internet in the EU, and we are fifth with the most mobile cellular subscriptions. So using smartphones is really well spread. It's normal. There's an increase in number of people that are playing games. And actually, the outsourcing industry is really booming here in Bulgaria, and there are a lot of developers that come to our company on senior positions when they want to change jobs. They are trained in the other outsourcing companies, and basically, this is the general picture of the business environment here in Bulgaria. Provided by the pest analysis, but of course you have to know what your competition does. You have to determine your competitors, of course. You have to determine what are their customers and why this competitor is appealing to them, and what benefits are they expecting, and of course receiving from those competitors. While analyzing your competition, you have to determine the key strengths. What are their pricing strategy? What service do they provide? How are they convenient for the users? And here I have to say that it's important to know how they monetize, because in our case we are monetizing with only in-app purchases. We don't have any ads, and this should be taken into account about our revenue stream. So if we are comparing with a company that is monetizing only through ads, maybe it's not so relevant. So do profiling on those competitors, like background check about their products, personnel, strategies, and so on. We try to use Crunchbase. It's really convenient to see how many years are they on the market. Do they have investors or different funds backing them? And are they using external publishers for their marketing activities, and so on. So the second tip: do in-depth research. We are site checking in different with different sources. Like we're starting from a specific country. For example, Bulgaria. We are trying to use free versions of SimilarWeb, Owler, and different tools that are really helpful. We are checking the top sites of the region. For example, some news sites or other sites that may not seem the greatest fit for you as a partner actually have a lot of traffic, could have a lot of traffic, and they also could be really happy to see new content on their site, like a new game, or you could discuss about them to open a game section and you could also provide examples with other sites that have already done this. You can use Google, LinkedIn, Wikipedia for different for information that you need, and always cross-check this information on more than one source, because some could be quite outdated and not really accurate. So try to check them on multiple sources. Another thing is a lot of contacts come from conferences, articles, social media groups, and forums. Try to check them when you can to see how could you find the right partner. Additionally, we also find different partners through our community management. We have asked our player base what sites are they using the most. Like, for example, country by country, because Imperia is quite widespread and in different countries have different habits of using different sites. So it's really great to see the feedback from your own players. And don't never surrender when it comes to negotiations, because even when you try to reach thousands of contacts, maybe hundreds of them will become actual negotiation. And we have found that only 5% of those 100 negotiations become actually our partners. So the next tip is to find the right contacts when actually you find the potential partner you want. People from different organization levels want to hear different things. So basically, other biz devs could ask you for KPIs, the current picture of the game. But founders, for example, could have really serious financial questions like revenue from last year's, revenue forecasts, and so on. So try to be prepared with who you are speaking to. Try to use template emails. It really helps to save time, but also but always customize them because it's really creates the feeling of a personal touch, and even try to schedule a call with the partner. On those calls, you could include additional people like C-level management if it's a really big company, or if it's more technically oriented, you could also include your development part of development team. In terms of the template emails, try to format your texts, of course. Spell check. You want to make a good first impression. So double read everything. Try to not to mistake the name of the person you are trying to reach, the company, and always remind them after 3 to 5 business days. Try with a call and a different communication channel if they are not responding to this. It's funny that when dealing with reminders, often people on Monday are really preoccupied with a lot of stuff. They could ignore your email, or on Friday they are already in the vacation weekend mode and they could not pay as much attention as you want. So maybe try on the other days to contact them for higher success rate. After establishing those contacts, try to develop relationships. Try to message them with different ideas, topics, and so on, not to lose touch, because you want to have the opportunity to request for a featuring, for example. And it's really great when you're in a good relationship with someone, everything becomes very easy. And this is a really great tip from our CMO. Keep your email box empty. This is the rule number 1 in sales. So basically try to to put different folders in your email, to categorize your inbox, because when you have 1,000 emails on your inbox, you're feeling overwhelmed, and actually your productivity suffers a lot. Which business model should you use? We are trying to set up a foundation of non-paid opportunities. So basically, we have an affiliate system, licensing and distribution deals on revenue share, which is really great because it doesn't have any almost none initial costs for you, which is really great to start with, when dealing with a partner, try with a custom presentation. That means try to focus on 1 or 2 games only, because you do not want to divide the traffic from your partner into 27 games. But it would be great to concentrate your efforts from both sides to the 1 or 2 games only. Make sure to have your own contract template, and send banners and descriptions that are already approved from different partners that work. Try to have a custom landing page for each of them. It really helps a lot. And try to gather as much information as you have, as you need, because you have to have some frequently asked questions that you send to everyone with the most important things that you would need. If they ask for too many stats, send them an NDA. It really protects you. And PR media sites, blogs are looking for content always. So try to use them as additional distribution channels as well. Of course, the 5th tip: try with all the social media networks that you know. We are integrated in Facebook and the Classnik TV Contacted. Those are the biggest social networks in Europe. They have all of them have gaming pages that could be really beneficial for you as well. Another really interesting tip is the dating sites. It's quite out of the box. So we have collaborated with Elmas and Mamba, which are Bulgarian dating sites, and even with the Russian Fotostrana. So here you have to know that the traffic from there is quite is a lot in volume, but with lower success in finding paying users. But yeah, the volume is really great, so it would actually bring you a lot of real players that would stick to your game. Other media sites like Sanoma, Grupa Onet, those are sites which could be news sites which have separate gaming sections, and they could write articles for your game, including sports sites, which in our case we have really similar target audiences. So this is one of the type of sites that we're really relying to. We are collaborating with Bulgarian sports sites for our games, and it really brings good amounts of traffic. Another tip: software sites. So basically, if you have a client version of the game or exe file, it gives you additional opportunities to distribute them, like Softonic, Legitorrent, Soft32, and different downloaders that work on with that type of files. So keep them in mind when searching for such partners. And if it's possible for your mobile games, you can integrate them to third-party Android stores, because sometimes it's a harder integration process, but due to the payment systems of the partners. But in most cases, those efforts really worth it, because they have huge amounts of traffic, and they also do featurings and campaigns for engagement with the audience. For some countries, it's the only possible way to penetrate the market. Like in Iran, we are working with Cafe Bazaar and Iran Apps, which are really helping in penetrating that market. Another opportunity is the messengers like Naranja, Kakao Store, Tango Line, and so on. Often they have game sections. We had actually an successful integration with Viber. So basically, we have fully integrated the messenger in game, and the in-game messages were using Viber for communication, and that included some stickers, and we have used their purple color, and the game was also called Viber Emperors, and it was a really great success. Another opportunity is to contact telecoms, which sometimes do massive SMS campaigns. You know that they have millions of people using them, and in some countries like Saudi Arabia, it's really normal for you to receive an SMS and download the app directly from it. You could propose to include your game on their own apps. You know, they have some apps where you could check your invoice, the weather, and different information. So they could have an entertainment section or game section that you could integrate your game in. And the other thing is some pre-install opportunities, like with phone and laptop manufacturers. You could reach them directly and see if they offer such slots for different games. And the final tip: start from your own country, from your own region. We're doing exactly like this with the Balkan region. We're using it as a test environment. Be aware of the cultural diversification, and be aware of the difference in communication. For example, with Arabic partners, they could be really slow in responding, but would expect really a fast response time from you. But if the negotiations become really serious, they could even offer to come personally and visit you. That really shows respect, and they really like the personal communication. If you cannot manage the cultural differences, you can try using local partners. In the MENA region, exactly, we were working with Playtree Arabi with the localized version of the game of Imperia Online, and it's really great because they know all the key players in the region, like influencers, media sites, and so on. When entering a market, use combined approach. Try to be featured simultaneously from Google and Apple, and other media sites. Try with TV advertising, and of course, you could try with influencers. If they usually prefer to be paid with fixed fees, fixed amounts. But if they really like your game, they could be open to work on revenue share and to build a long-term relationship. Basically, we had a campaign with 10 of the biggest Bulgarian YouTubers. and it was really engaging for the audience because they created a clan. Each of them created a clan, and they battled with each other to engage the audience, and that built a lot of loyal users afterwards. Thank you. This was my presentation. I'm open to sending it to anyone that needs it, and I'm open for questions as well.
Thank you, Alexander. Unfortunately, we have no time for questions. We're really in time limit, but your presentation was really inspiring. Thank you.